33 in the herding group out of when they began. 300, you talk about breeds that were entered. They're almost 400 that started out. We're down to 33. Last year's group winner was Mercedes, the German Shepherd, the cousin of Rumor, who was best in show, the German Shepherd, back in 2017.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some great dogs out here tonight. We have, returning Mercedes. We have Old English. And our judge is a specialist of the Belgian breed. So, we can see that one of those come in. And, there's some beautiful Belgian dogs out here tonight.
Jason Hoke, Chris Myers, we're live from Madison Square Garden and hope you're enjoying night one. Tomorrow, Best in Show, 149th year of this great event. Closing in on 150, and there is Janina Lauren from Ashford, Connecticut, who is judging. This will be her fourth Westminster judging assignment.
And she's certainly an expert of the herding group. She and her family have been involved in this group for a very long time, and it's so great to see experts like this come out here and sort through this very diverse group of dogs.
5 Best in Show winners from the herding group. Already parking and ready to go, so let's head over to our ring announcer and Michael Lefebvre.
Originally bred to herd cattle in the rugged Australian outback, the Australian cattle dog is tough, courageous, intelligent, and possesses great stamina. Their loyalty, devotion to duty, and protective instincts make them self-appointed guardians of the family and property. Adult coats are flat-lined, weather-resistant, and can be either red or blue. This is Australian Cattle Dog number 22.
Owen Wilson and Matthew McConaughey have owned Australian Cattle Dogs.
Chris, we're going to see a lot of different styles of dogs based on how they work. Some were drovers, some were healers where they nipped at the heels of the animals. So, and they all have different builds like this dog. Their head's so specific because they don't have a lot of depth through the bridge of above their nose, because if an animal kicked, it would deflect right off and not get injured.
The Australian Shepherd was actually developed in the western United States, where this versatile and intelligent breed has been valued by ranchers for decades as an exceptional herder. An traded dog, their athleticism and skill let them succeed in a wide range of endeavors, from search and rescue to obedience, agility, and flyball events. This is Australian Shepherd number 40.
And contrary to its name, it's an American dog.
Right?
Just so you know, it is an American dog.
And do I see blue? Is that part of the recognized colors in this? I see.
Sure. Once again, they have blue merle, they have black, they have red merle.
Okay. So it's a lot of merle and kind of a liver color. That's Remington.
The bearded collie, or beardy, is an old Scottish breed that achieved recognition in the United States in 1977. It is happy to work sheep, play with children, jump through hoops, or do anything with their people. Beardies are independent thinkers, so early fun and imaginative training is the key.
Good.
This is Bearded Collie number 10.
Halfway down and back.
So, we have dogs from all over the world. This dog came up from Costa Rica. I actually judged in Costa Rica and gave this dog a Best in Show, so it's great to see him here.
What stood out when you judged? I mean, obviously, we can see.
They have this beautiful long gait, open side gait, very powerful. They're such an intelligent breed. And then that correct coat texture that they have to have.
Number 1 all breed in Costa Rica.
Okay, right around to the
And the
end.
handler here, David Rodriguez, has shown all across Latin America.
Yes, we'll see him all throughout the world. He's traveled all over the world showing his dogs.
Our crew replay all over this to see the
Congratulations on your
free-flowing.
Beauceron is an old and distinct French breed, bred and selected for their aptitude to herd and guard large flocks of sheep. The ideal Beauceron is a well-balanced, solid dog of good height and well-muscled without heaviness or coarseness. A formidable dog, he commands respect wherever he goes. This is Beauceron, number 17.
You talk about a commanding dog. So this is a dog, they worked and they moved hundreds of head of sheep a day. easily over 50 miles without ever tiring, and you can see that here, their athleticism, their strength.
They actually, the Beauceron was used for search and rescue at the World Trade Center site after 9/11.
This is the versatility of herding dogs and some of our working dogs. They have all these different jobs they can do.
Congratulations.
The Belgian Malinois is one of 4 similar Belgian herding dogs recognized in this country. The Malinois is distinguished from the other Belgians by its short coat, ranging in color from fawn to mahogany. A proud, agile, strong dog, full of life, it excels at police work, search and rescue, and performance competition. This is Belgian Malinois, number
Very
8.
good. We're going to go about halfway down and back.
And that's the Mick. You know, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best in this competition. And we're here, you think of Madison Square Garden, Yankee Stadium, Broadway, these dogs on display. But this actually is interesting. They have a propensity, this breed, to skydive, trained to parachute independently by SEAL teams.
Belgian Malinois are fearless. They'll climb walls. I mean, they're used in so much police work, military work, search and rescue, detection work for bombs, drugs. This breed has such drive, and they're really a breed that you need to work with them and let them have a purpose.
But skydiving,
Absolutely.
you gotta have a long leash for that.
Hey there. Congratulations.
The Belgian sheepdog with his distinctive long black coat was originally bred as a versatile working farm dog and family dog, herding the flock and guarding the home. Today they are active and successful in many events such as herding, obedience, tracking, and agility trials.
Good.
This is Belgian sheepdog number 16.
Good. Halfway down and back.
Obviously here for this show, Jason, you have to have your dog on a leash, the lead. Are there restrictions on the length or the type of collar at all?
No, what we do as handlers is we try to give the dog the amount of leash we think they can handle. So you can see Amanda, she's trying to do a controlled down and back, so she keeps the lead a little shorter. Right. Probably when she goes around, she'll give it a little more leash.
A little more extension, I've noticed that.
And we use different collars depending on the type of dog, the way they move. You know, it's all relative to how the dog shows.
And that they're comfortable, and obviously the size difference, that as you're moving along with them, you have to be in concert.
The Belgian tervuren is the 4th of the Belgian breeds. The coat color is generally fawn to russet mahogany with a black overlay. Bred to herd and guard, these dogs excel at search and rescue and in all areas of competition. The breed's versatility and graceful, eye-catching appearance are prized by their owners. This is Belgian tervuren, number 15.
So we've seen this family of the Belgian breeds, and you know what's most important that we see is that they're what we call a silhouette breed. When you step back, you should see a very distinctive silhouette that truly depicts what this breed is. You should be able to recognize this in a shadow when you see them.
Yeah, the kind of the Batman-shaped ears, but her brother, this is Vogue, won last year.
Stand right around, please.
And she actually competed against her own children today.
Isn't that a great tribute, though? I mean, that's what it's all about. You want to produce the next generation that's better and better.
The Bergamasco sheepdog is an ancient alpine herding and guarding breed. This medium to large, muscular, and heavy-boned dog has an abundant coat that has formed flocks, allowing them to blend in with the sheep and provide insulation from the climate and protection from predators. Bergamasco sheepdogs are intelligent, loyal, and eager to please, making them wonderful family companions. This is Bergamasco sheepdog number 14.
Okay.
It's a great coat. I know we're all looking at that thinking. So we're going to see a couple dogs that have kind of the same coat, but this is not the same as what you're going to see in the Puli.
So that's like a water.
So this is actually 3 different types of hair on this dog. So there's an undercoat, then there's this goat hair, and then there's this outer coat. And they all form these things. They're not called cords like on a Puli. It's a flock.
Okay.
So it's very different texture. Look at that dog coming back. It's great. And this takes years to grow this hair out like this.
I mean, they look like cords. I'm glad you told me not to call it that. Because that's
it's a very different type of coat.
The Berger Picard is thought to be the oldest of the French herding breeds. The Berger Picard is a medium-sized dog with a rustic, tousled appearance, naturally erect ears, and may be fawn or brindle in coloration. People-oriented and loyal, the Berger picard makes a good family pet if properly socialized. This is Berger picard, number 18.
This is one of our rustic herding breeds, and what really sets it apart is that coat on the head and the neck. They have this beautiful side gait. I adore this breed. I think they're really appealing. They're very intelligent. They're thoughtful.
Yeah.
They have a little different temperament. They're a very thoughtful breed.
Seem happiest when they're actually working and doing
All
something.
of these dogs love to do their job. They love, even if it's not the traditional job, herding sheep, but they just want to have a purpose, and they love to work.
This is Rupert, who likes Parmesan cheese sprinkled on his food. I'll have that to go.
Product of Scotland and England, the Border Collie is the premier herding dog. Their ability to manipulate sheep is legendary, as is their prowess in obedience and agility. Although easily trained, they are so highly motivated to work that they are perfect for the farm, but not for the apartment dwellings unless provided with plenty of outside activity. This is Border Collie, number 17.
And I mentioned earlier the researcher Stanley Coren, psychology professor with Canaan behavior, and the re-releasing of his book on intelligence of dogs and the breeds. And the Border Collie was the brightest, obeying its
Has to be off the chart.
first command 95% of the time.
Yeah, they're such a smart breed, and I think it really is good for the people that want to have this dog. You have to keep this dog active. It's not a dog that's going to be content just sitting on a couch all day long. They love to think, they love to pay attention, they love to work. And you can see that even in the gait, they're looking while they're moving. They're always looking around side to side.
Valedictorian of canines.
The Bouvier de Flandres was developed in the 19th century as a farm dog in the northern hills of France and Belgium. He's been known throughout history as the milk cart dog. His strength and agility, coupled with his intelligence and serene disposition, make him both a strong worker and a fine companion. This is Bouvier de Flandres, number 10.
Good.
One of the things we think about in the history of these breeds is how they worked and what their purpose was. So if you didn't have one purpose, you could use them for something else. So this was a carting dog, this herded, this was a guardian dog. And this coat was protective, so it's a double coat. The outer coat's harsh with rough hair, the undercoat's soft, fine, and dense.
And the short stub tail.
Yeah, so the tail's docked here, so they can have long tails in other countries.
Okay.
So the tail's docked, yes. Mm-hmm. And they have this protective beard. It's not just to make it look pretty. They have face fall to cover their eyes and protect their eyes.
And when he goes upright, you see how big.
It's a big. They're a big breed. Yeah, they're one of the larger breeds.
The Briard is an ancient breed from France, serving as a sheep herder, guardian, and all-around farm dog. Vigorous, alert, and self-confident, they have the strength and power to do the job for which they were bred. Distinguishing characteristics include a long, wavy coat, dew claws on his rear legs, and a crook at the end of the tail. This is Briard, number 7.
Thank you. Halfway down and back.
This is Remedy, and we have talked earlier about dogs making comebacks, different ages of dogs, and Remedy is 5, but planning to retire after WKC to become a mom and a therapy dog at hospitals to help out.
Yeah, Briards are so smart. And, I think Briards get better the older they get. They're one of those breeds, like a German Shepherd that just ages so well. Look at that pose. Those beautiful ears.
Right around to the end.
The correct coat texture, that hook tail. They describe their movement like quicksilver because they have to make these quick turns and springing starts.
Good illustration right there.
Yep, absolutely.
Named for the ancient land of Canaan, its origin dating back to biblical times, the Canaan dog is Israel's only native dog. A herding and sentry dog for the ancient Hebrews, the breed lived as a feral dog for over 2,000 years in the desert, where it survived independently until it was redomesticated in 1935. This is Canaan dog, number 9.
We've talked about dogs we've developed. This dog has stayed virtually the same for all these years. There's not a lot of introduction of other breeds to change the way it looks or the style of the dog. This is how the breed existed and looked hundreds of years ago.
Kim Kalbaka has shown for quite some time and showed the min pin in the toy group earlier tonight. And this particular dog loves giving high fives.
How are you? Congratulations.
In Welsh, corgi means dwarf dog. The Cardigan is the corgi with the tail, and it is one of the oldest breeds in the British Isles, dating to 1200 BC. He was developed as an all-purpose farm worker and companion. His willingness and trainability allowed him to perform in performance events. This is Cardigan Welsh Corgi,
Okay,
number
Cardigan.
21.
About halfway down. Oh, to that little R2D2.
Notice the eyes right away when they had that tight shot.
Yeah, very typical in the merle coloring. So sometimes the eye colors go with the coat color, where you have like a liver colored dog, it has to be a brown color. In merles, you can have that different colored eye. It's very, very typical. And you know, something we should talk about is color. Some of these breeds, like merle, exist in this color, in this breed. Other breeds, that color doesn't exist. So be aware of that. Read your standards before you buy a dog, because some of these colors that they say are unique and rare, they don't exist. They were bred into something.
Collies originated in Scotland, where they were bred to gather, move, and protect sheep. They were selected for herding because they are gentle, alert, and intelligent. The breed comes in two varieties, the rough coat and the smooth coat. One standard is used for both varieties. This is Rough Collie, number 12.
Okay, see the bite? About halfway down the back.
The hallmark of this breed and the other collie as well is this well-blunted lean wedge. It's very slight. When we say stop, it's kind of that median part between the eyes where there's a little indentation for people at home. So we call for a very slight amount of that, so we don't want it really carved out, because it would take away from that beautiful clean head.
These make great therapy dogs. They come in different color combinations. Very intelligent breed. They really do bond with the family. Lassie, I remember the movie. They're referred to as Lassie dogs.
Sure. Yeah, just a great breed and such a beautiful moving dog this dog is.
And now for the second variety of collies, the smooth. While the rough-coated variety was developed for the colder northern climes of Scotland, the smooth collie was used primarily as a cattle driver in the south of England.
Good thing it was a
This
female,
is Smooth
right?
Collie, number
We can
19.
take anything. Right, that's right. Okay, let's see her bite.
A lot of chatting going on
Okay, about
there.
halfway down her back.
You know, something we just saw before she went over the dog is what we call this free stack. And some of these breeds are known for their very natural presentation. They don't place the legs in a certain spot. They just let the dog stand on their own, which is what the smooth collie was doing. It looked lovely while it was doing it, I must say.
Yeah.
Just like this. I mean, here's another beautiful free stack.
Okay, very good. I don't
Yeah.
know where to go with
Just,
it.
just looking beautiful.
The stack obviously is a stand, so you're not sitting, or can the dog sit and still?
They can sit, but what we judge them on is how they're built standing.
The Entlebucher mountain dog is the smallest of the four Smith Shetland breeds. Originally from the Entlebucher Valley of Switzerland, the breed is prized as a herding and all-around utility dog. These distinct smooth-coated tricolor dogs are an intelligent, high-energy breed, best for people with an active lifestyle. This is Entlebucher Mountain Dog, number 6.
So when he said Canaan, that means tricolor. So this is one of the 4 tricolor dogs. And what's really great is they consider this dog the Swiss Army knife of the canine world, because it really just could do everything. Even though it's small size, it was adaptable and it was eager.
Including a laughing dog. I tried out some material. They were not entered, though, in last year's show. First entered in 2012.
Yeah, they're a relatively rare breed. We don't see too many of them at the dog show, so it's really nice for the public to get to see a nice representative here.
The Finnish lapphund is a reindeer herding dog from the north of the Arctic Circle. Their double coat is waterproof and serves them well in the coldest climates. For years, they've been very popular in Scandinavia as family pets, and also excelled in obedience, agility, and the show ring. This is Finnish lapphund, number 15.
About halfway down her back.
You know, and when we talk about kind of survival characteristics, this dog's coat's actually a double coat, so there's a soft undercoat and then this hard outer coat, and that actually helped repel the water snow, ice. It's really a protective barrier, and it keeps the dog warm in these harsh conditions.
And their toes are spread out, right? Their paw pads are kind of cloaked in fur.
Well, they have
Almost
they
like
have the protective fur, but their feet are relatively tight. You don't want a broad foot, because in most breeds, the broad foot isn't safe for the dog to have because it hurts their feet.
The German Shepherd dog is a highly intelligent, exceptional family dog who enjoys the endeavors of its owners. Originally bred as a sheep herding and protection dog in Germany, today it is competitive in herding, obedience, agility, and tracking. Very successful as a service dog and a policeman's best friend and protector. This is German Shepherd dog number 20.
we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, very popular at 5-year-old Mercedes and German Shepherds. After going a stretch, they have won the herding group 2 of the last 3 years. It was 22 and 24.
Round to the end.
And Kent does a great job with his breed. He's becoming quite well known for showing beautiful German Shepherds. And
Ken Boyles.
yes. And Cynthia and Romy and Sherry Moses, the owners, they're also deeply involved with the German Shepherd breed and does a great job breeding them.
And Mercedes, the cousin of Rumor, Best in Show, the German Shepherd that won it all here in 2017. No longer a rumor, a fact, and maybe a chance for Mercedes to cruise tonight. Let's go back to our ring announcer, Michael Lefebvre.
The Icelandic sheepdog arrived in Iceland on longboats with the first Viking settlers. A hardy and agile Nordic herding Spitz, it has a thick, weatherproof coat. Confidence and lively bearing are typical for this gentle, intelligent, and happy dog. Highly alert, it will give visitors an enthusiastic and cheerful welcome. This is Icelandic sheepdog number 9.
You know, when he talks about this cheerful welcome, this was a herding breed that used its voice to herd animals. So, you know, we encourage some of these breeds to be vocal because it's how they work. It actually helped them do their job more efficiently than a silent dog. This guided the animals around, and they could go and bark and move the animals from one place to another much more efficiently. And we heard, well, somebody else is speaking right now. This guy's being quiet, but
You know, as I say, it looks like they're always smiling. They have that kind of look. They
yeah,
do.
they're always right on that edge of expectation to maybe I should speak. A great little dog.
The Lancashire Heeler is known for its medium to high energy levels combined with intelligence, alertness, and friendliness. This sturdy breed has a short, weather-resistant coat in black or tan or liver and tan. The Lancashire Heeler excels at herding cattle while also exhibiting terrier characteristics for hunting rabbits and rats. Although the breed's history dates back to the 17th century, its exact origins remain unknown. This is Lancashire Heeler, number 7.
The mighty little dog.
Yeah, 17th century, but it wasn't until last year. That was their first year as a recognized breed here at Westminster.
In the United States, yeah. You know, when we say they're new breeds, most of these are not new breeds. They're breeds that haven't been popular in the States and get brought over here, and somebody establishes them here.
There we go. Good.
There you go. Uses his ears, looks attentive, thinks about what he's going to do next.
But if you're a dog and want to win a show, this is the one you want to win.
The miniature American Shepherd was developed in California during the 1960s. These dogs were bred for their small size, intelligent trainability, and herding instincts. This active dog needs both exercise and training. Whether working stock, navigating agility course, or doing therapy work, the miniature American Shepherd does it all with due diligence. This is miniature American Shepherd, number 8.
A favorite of Hollywood, appearing in Air Bud, also in Good Boy. Among the owners, Steve Jobs, Steve Spielberg, that have had the miniature American Shepherd at some point.
And this dog's enjoying great popularity right now. I see them at shows quite a bit with very large entries. So I'm sure this dog defeated quite a few today to get here to Best of Breed.
Very good, right around to the
That's
end.
great.
They travel well. That's they're excellent watchdogs.
And they have a beautiful, athletic, powerful gait. It's a great side movement there.
The Mudi is a Hungarian farm dog bred to herd, the most stubborn of livestock. A true working dog, the Mudi is known for its courage, trainability, and self-cleaning coat. The breed's ability to quickly learn tasks makes them exceptional at many dog sports. This is Mudi, number 18.
Okay, off you go, about halfway down.
And these are very agile, obedient. They excel at fly ball. We saw that a little bit
Yes,
earlier.
we saw quite a few in fly ball over the week. And we have quite a few Hungarian breeds in the herding group.
Rosalind Myers is a junior handler.
I love seeing the juniors out here presenting dogs. You know, this is how I got my start, and these juniors do such a
Very
great
good.
job.
Right
They're
around
such
to
a
the
credit
end.
to the
Thank you.
sport, and you know, hopefully there are future breeders, and you know they learn all of the characteristics of how to be a good little competitor too.
The Norwegian buhund was once the cherished companion of Vikings. Buhund means farm dog in Norwegian, and he is a versatile breed that herds livestock, guards property, and has been used for hunting game. He's double-coated, squarely built, Spitz-type dog with an intelligent, friendly expression. This is Norwegian buhund, number 10.
Okay, about halfway down and back.
Do you notice, Chris, how some of these herding dogs, when they walk, their heads are kind of down and they're looking back and forth? Well, this breed actually herds in works in a much different way. They hold their heads high, so they have this what we call like a loose eye approach to herding. So they're not kind of on the ground and darting back and forth. So they're much more upright, and they're looking above and seeing what's going on instead of
Right
a
around
low
the end. Thank you.
perspective.
And is that
It's
part,
really unique.
part of the standard that the judge is looking for? That their
Sure,
head, yes.
so you'll see the head carriage here. That dog's head is much higher than, say, the border collie.
The Old English sheepdog emerged as a distinct breed in the mid-19th century,
Congratulations.
evolving from herding stock. It's also known as the bobtail. With a harsh double coat resistant to weather and brambles, he excels as a drover, handling cattle or sheep on the way to market. This is Old English sheepdog, number 20.
There's a face in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you know, this is a breed you really have to get your hands into the coat.
Halfway down.
It should have a correct texture, but then there's the very unique shape. You know, we talk about pear shape. Well, they're reversed that way. The top line's unique, so you have to feel every part of the dog, boning, substance up. When you put your hand on top of that head, you should feel this big, broad head under there. It should easily fill a man's hand. And they have this shambling gait that you'll see.
They have a loud, distinctive bark. The crowd loving this. They do need a lot of grooming. They love long walks.
Great stop there.
Yeah, nice little back and forth glance.
Right around, please.
Graham is from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
A multi-generational family here that bred this breed. They've really done a great job keeping a rare breed alive. Look at that head. Beautiful.
The second corgi breed is the Pembroke Welsh corgi, which was developed in Wales as a livestock and family dog and dates back from at least the 10th century. The Pembroke is recognizable by their foxy face, sturdy build, moderately long, low shape. The physical agility and affectionate temperament are paramount characteristics of the Pembroke. This is Pembroke Welsh Corgi, number 19.
So to the untrained eye, it may look a lot like a Cardigan. It is not the same. The structure of the front is different. The straightness, these have straight legs where these others does not. Obviously, there's a tail on the Cardigan. The length, the ribbing is different. So there's all these little features. Look at that stuff. That's great.
And if you don't give them a job, they kind of assign themselves a job.
They're busy little guys.
They'll herd your children around or other dogs
They love to herd. It's amazing. The kid's going somewhere wrong, the dog herds them right back in.
First documented in the 13th century, the Polish lowland sheepdog is a herding dog of considerable ability. The double coat is long, dense, and shaggy. Being strong-willed, they do best with a master that is willing to train and socialize them. This is Polish lowland sheepdog, number 10.
You talked about the intelligence scale of the dog.
Right.
So this dog's really known for its memory. So once you teach a dog what it needs to do, it's one of the few dogs that they actually say can work alone, because they have such a great memory of, the perimeters they were supposed to herd within and where the animals were supposed to go. So they're really unique in that way. And we talked about that conversion. You asked me that even about the Frenchie or something.
Right.
So their legs move in a parallel movement, unlike some of the other breeds that converge on a line.
The Puli is an ancient breed of Hungary, introduced by the migration of the Magyars over 1,000 years ago. He has the same corded coat as seen on the Commodore. Adept at handling large herds and flocks, the Puli is keenly intelligent and deeply devoted to his owners. This is Puli, number 7.
So the coat here, it's kind of wavy, curly with some
So this is the corded one.
cords. Yes, okay, that's where I was going with
this is the corded one.
And what's the purpose or the function? Is that
So it'll cord because it has a soft woolly undercoat, and the outer coat is a harder texture, so it allows this hair to cord and wrap around. And some of these take years to get that coat all the way to the ground.
And then you trim it, right? It has to be.
Yeah, they can trim it to the ground.
Keep it to the.
Thank you, right around.
shape.
Now look at that pulley just stopped great. And they're so known for this distinctive quick stepping gait, very athletic and elastic. You can see they're lively.
Yeah.
It's great.
I saw a little hop there from him a moment ago.
An ancient Hungarian herding breed, the Pumi was developed by shepherds who developed a dog that would herd their cattle, sheep, and pigs on the way to small farms in the western of Hungary. This is medium-sized dog spirited with a wavy and curly hair, is intelligent, willing to work, and a quick learner. The breed is characterized by a square outline, circular tail, and semi-erect ears, and its whimsical expression. This is Pumi, number 16.
You can see the ears are so unique on this breed.
Yeah, they kind of flap back like he's ready to take a dive here.
And this breed worked close. So something like a border collie, kind of far-ranging and kept a big group, they actually worked very close to the herd they were working with.
The Pyrenean Shepherd hails from the Pyrenees Mountains of France. They were the traditional working companions of the larger dog, the Great Pyrenees, and were bred to herd sheep and other livestock. They come in 2 varieties, smooth-faced and rough-faced, referring to short or shaggy hair. These shepherds excel at agility events and also make wonderful family companions. This is Pyrenean Shepherd, number 11.
Always like to hear that they make great family companions. This breed could cover up to 25 miles a day working alongside someone farming or a shepherd.
And they actually worked with the Great Pyrenees. So, they didn't have to be the protector. They could actually just focus on the herding aspect, whereas the Great Pyrenees was the guardian of the flock. So they really worked well in tandem, which you don't usually hear about 2 different breeds working together.
The Shetland sheepdog originated in the Shetland Islands, developing there and on the British mainland as a popular and affectionate companion and farm dog. His color may be sable, ranging from light golden brown to a dark mahogany, black or blue merle. The Sheltie's intense desire to please his owners makes him an outstanding worker in obedience and agility trials. This is Shetland sheepdog, number 14.
They're playful, intelligent. They really enjoy playing with children and someone teaching them tricks or learning new tricks.
Yeah, when these work, you know, they would drive the sheep into enclosures. They would protect young lambs, and they barked a lot and they leaped a lot to kind of scare away predators. So all these dogs work a little different.
Okay, right around to the end.
It's interesting over the years
That's a great stack.
what they were originally bred for, and now being shown in pets, growing family.
Spanish Water Dog is a rustic, medium-sized, curly-coated
Congratulations, how are
all-purpose
you?
farm dog used primarily to herd goats, sheep, and cattle. The breed is devoted to its people and happiest when it has a function to perform. Because of its intelligence, trainability, and athleticism, this breed excels in all dog sports. This is Spanish Water Dog,
Good
number
girl.
7.
Having a good time.
You know, I think one of the things we need to talk about with all of the purebred dogs is this predictability we have. We know the temperaments. I can tell you the temperaments of all these dogs, and they're all a little different, but that's because they're purebred dogs, and so they're not mixed with anything, and people bred these dogs to have very specific temperaments. That's why I can say that's a better dog in a house, that's a better dog for a family, and an active dog. It's really important with the purebred dogs.
The Swedish vallhund is a very old Spitz-type breed dating from the days of the Vikings. Small, powerful, and fearless, they have been kept for centuries as all-purpose farm dogs for herding cattle, rodent control, and alerting farmers to visitors. The double coat and characteristic harness markings are essential features of this breed. The tail may be long, stubbed, or bobbed. This is Swedish vallhund, number 7.
I think Chris, you'll start to see this pattern. Now, they describe this as a healer. You can see those smaller, more compact, low-to-the-ground dogs. Makes sense now. You start to see this pattern of what we develop with these different breeds and how they work. So this would nip at the heels and drive them. And they're, of course, vocal. You know, they use their voice. It's really imperative to have this trait that they would sound off.
You like it? You like a dog that speaks up, but he's in the center of attention. The last of the 33 dogs competing here in the herding group. We've already had from the hound group, the Whippet, from the toy group, Shih Tzu, and from the non-sporting group, the Beauceron Frichet. And who will be our fourth before we get to the 7 that will compete tomorrow night for Best in Show. Janina Lauren with the glance.
The Belgian sheepdog that face that way.
Very nice. It's nice that she really appreciates one
Picard.
of the Belgian breeds, the Berger Picard. The Canaan dog. Smooth collie.
German Shepherd.
Mercedes.
The miniature American. Golden the sheepdog. Crowd's going crazy for that dog.
Can't miss him.
And the Pyrenean.
Thank you.
What a beautiful group
Okay,
of
back
dogs.
up one at a time, please.
And this is about the function. I mean, this really comes down to their soundness, their movement, and very breed specific too. One last look.
Really is amazing all night. We've had over, 113 total dogs, and they just have not seen a misstep.
No, the dogs have put on a great show.
Their handlers right in sync.
Canaan dog moving out beautifully. This smooth collie. Just looking great. The shepherd with that beautiful open trot. Miniature American.
The big guy.
Oh, the crowd loves this Old English tonight. And the Pyrenean. These Pyrenean shepherds are so great on the go. I just love watching them run, and I can just imagine them in the field working. She's got a great smile on her face. She's in heaven right now. I love to see the judges smile. They just crack that last smile because they just know they're so close. We got the German Shepherd pulled out first, the Old English in second, Berger Picard,
1, 2, 3, 4.
and the Belgian Sheepdog.
All right, so it is Mercedes. The German Shepherd, again, the cousin of Rumer. Going back to 2017, the early years of our broadcast of this great event. Let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Well, Kent does it again with Mercedes like last year. Kent, we showed you winning this big show with Rumer, and now, once again, you got another opportunity. What is it about this breed, Kent, that you just love so much?
Oh, they're just so much of a joy to work with all the time because they give you almost everything they've got all the time, and they're super dependable and very versatile, and they're just a joy to live with.
She's beautiful. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.